Cleetus McFarland just revealed something that completely changed the way fans look at his relationship with NASCAR. Have you ever wondered how someone NASCAR once penalized eventually became one of the people helping promote the entire sport? Because that's exactly what Cleetus McFarland just revealed. During an honest conversation with Kenny Wallace, Cleetus explained how one controversial moment completely changed his relationship with NASCAR, why an unexpected phone call changed everything behind the scenes, and how that same relationship has now turned into official NASCAR commercials, YouTube collaborations, and even bigger plans for the future. And before the interview ended, he made one more comment about NASCAR's future that fans definitely didn't expect. So make sure you stay with us until the end. Before we get started, if you enjoy NASCAR news and updates like this, don't forget to subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. And now, let's get right into it. For a long time, many fans believed the relationship between Cleetus McFarland and NASCAR started with controversy. And in a way, it did. When Cleetus first entered ARCA competition, he brought something completely different to stock car racing. He wanted onboard cameras, and also wanted to show his audience what racing actually felt like from inside the car. But NASCAR wasn't interested. Instead, officials penalized him because cameras weren't allowed inside the race car. At the time, plenty of fans questioned the decision. From the outside, it looked like NASCAR simply didn't want extra exposure. But according to Cleetus, that wasn't the real reason. Speaking with Kenny Wallace, he explained that everything changed after one NASCAR employee reached out to him personally. That person was Joey Dennewitz. Cleetus said Dennewitz contacted him after the ARCA incident and helped him understand something he hadn't realized before. As Cleetus explained, he explained to me the difference between the business side of NASCAR and the competition side. That conversation completely changed how he looked at the situation. Cleetus admitted he originally couldn't understand why NASCAR wouldn't want cameras inside the race car. He recalled thinking, "I'm trying to spread the good word of how awesome this is." But Dennewitz explained the competitive side of the rule. If one team could afford advanced cameras capable of recording performance data while another team couldn't, that would create an unfair advantage. Because of that, NASCAR simply banned all cameras. After hearing the explanation, Cleetus said everything suddenly made sense. Instead of arguing, he decided to work with NASCAR instead of against them. Looking back now, that decision may have completely changed his future inside the sport. According to Cleetus, Dennewitz encouraged him to stay patient. He remembered being told, "Just yes sir these guys. Let's get through this penalty." That advice paid off. Once everything settled down, NASCAR helped create an official solution. Instead of unofficial cameras inside the car, Cleetus was given access to NASCAR-approved live in-car cameras that could be streamed directly through NASCAR's own YouTube channel. The results surprised everyone. During Talladega, more than 115,000 people watched the live onboard stream. For NASCAR, that meant new viewers and thousands of new YouTube subscribers. For Cleetus, it meant he could still create the content his audience wanted. Instead of both sides fighting over footage, both sides benefited. Cleetus described it as a true two-way relationship. He even said that today, whenever he needs something from NASCAR, Dennewitz is still one of the first people he calls. That relationship has continued growing far beyond one race weekend. The biggest proof came recently. Kenny Wallace pointed out that NASCAR now regularly includes Cleetus in official promotional projects. He asked him when NASCAR first called about appearing in commercials. Cleetus explained that the production team eventually received his phone number through Dennewitz, and since then they've stayed in regular contact. He even shared a recent example. While testing his drag car at ZMAX Dragway, Cleetus personally invited NASCAR's production crew, to come film content for NASCAR's own channels. As he explained, "You guys are welcome to come and just shoot whatever you want." According to Cleetus, they showed up. Moments like that show just how much the relationship has evolved. What started with a penalty has become an ongoing partnership. Kenny Wallace believes Cleetus deserves enormous credit for helping NASCAR reach a completely new audience. During the interview, Kenny didn't hold back. He told Cleetus, "You've put millions of eyes on NASCAR." He even joked that NASCAR had finally realized how valuable Cleetus had become. But Cleetus wasn't interested in taking all the credit. Instead, he gave most of it back to NASCAR. He praised the organization for improving its digital presence and becoming much more active across social media. "I feel like NASCAR really wisened up," he said. "I feel like more than ever NASCAR is kind of killing it on social media." That wasn't criticism. It was recognition that NASCAR has become much more willing to work with creators instead of keeping them at a distance. The conversation then shifted to an even bigger question. Is NASCAR actually better today? For Kenny Wallace, the answer was simple. He pointed to sold-out races, strong fan polling after Chicago, and the quality of racing this season. Then he looked directly at Cleetus and said much of the new attention was because of him. Again, Cleetus stayed humble. He acknowledged that he may be helping introduce new fans to NASCAR, but he made it clear that great racing is what keeps those fans watching. As he put it, "I'm bringing eyes to something that's pretty awesome to watch." He pointed to races where Denny Hamlin won after starting at the back of the field, and to young winners like Carson Hocevar proving themselves on big stages. Those moments, according to Cleetus, are why people continue tuning in. He summed it up perfectly when he said, "Getting people through the door is something I can help with, but the fact that NASCAR is so good right now is the reason people are staying." That may have been the biggest takeaway from the entire interview. Before wrapping up, Kenny Wallace brought up NASCAR's future and the flexibility of the next-gen car. Street courses, new venues, different types of racing. The conversation naturally turned toward one obvious question. When will Cleetus finally drive a next-gen Cup car? His answer wasn't a confirmation, but it definitely sounded like something he expects to happen. Cleetus admitted the car looks incredibly difficult to drive before saying, "I'm definitely looking forward to getting behind the wheel of one." Then he added, "I don't know when it'll be, but I can imagine it'll be within the next couple years." For fans who have followed his journey from YouTube creator to ARCA competitor, that's a pretty exciting statement. It also shows how much has changed in a very short time. At the end of the conversation, there was one thing that stood out more than anything else. There was no frustration. Instead, there was mutual respect. Kenny Wallace praised Cleetus for helping grow the sport, while Cleetus repeatedly credited NASCAR employees who gave him a chance and helped build a relationship instead of creating more conflict. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest stories in NASCAR aren't about what happens during the race. Sometimes they're about what happens after the checkered flag. What began as a disagreement over one onboard camera has turned into an official partnership that continues to grow. And if Cleetus eventually gets the opportunity to drive a next-gen Cup car, this story may only be getting started. If you enjoyed today's update, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Cleetus McFarland has helped bring a new generation of fans into NASCAR? And would you like to see him race a next-gen Cup car in the future?